Welcome, everybody, to episode 142 of the effing title. I am Big Husky, and this week I am here with good friend Rob. Rob, how you doing?
I'm good, man. Ready to roll.
It is just us this week. Fedge will not be here, but we have his picks. We miss Fedge.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. He'll be back in a couple weeks. Until then, though, these will probably go a little bit faster because Fedge is the one that normally causes all the controversies. So, last week was a rough week for me and Rob. Jeff was the only one that had a really good week. I went 7-9. Rob went 8-8. Fedge went 10-6. So as of right now, Fedge is in the lead by 2. I'm 2 behind. Rob's 3 behind. But Rob, we both are tied with locks, and Fedge hasn't got one single lock yet. So
Yeah. You got lucky with your lock last week.
no, Papa Joe never gets me unlucky. But all right, Thursday night football, Indianapolis at Denver. Fedge, we'll do Fedge's first, is going Broncos.
Yeah, honestly, I don't understand the Colts at all. They're so weak. But I know Jonathan Taylor's nursing an injury right now, so a lot of it's going to depend on if he plays.
I was gonna say, who's their backup?
Who cares? I'm going to go with Denver just because I don't know if Taylor's going to play. But if Taylor plays, I wish I would have picked the Colts.
Yeah, Broncos country not riding for me. I'm gonna go Indy. I think that Matt's starting to get warmed up, and I think that if Taylor isn't there, it could be a chance for him to kind of show that, like, hey, this is, I'm here to help this team, not be Carson Wentz 2.5. So
25, I like it.
yeah, right. So now we have another 9:30 game. I think this one's in England. I forgot to look to see where it actually is. But we got another early morning game. We got the Giants at the Packers in somewhere that isn't America.
It's Tottenham.
Is it in Tottenham again? All right.
Yeah. All of them are in Tottenham Stadium this year.
Interesting. All right, so Giants Packers in England. Fedge is going with the Pack, and I don't know how we can't. I like what the Giants have been doing, but I'm going Pack as well.
I don't. I can easily not pick the Packers. Did you watch their game against the freaking Patriots? They look like an average football team, and their receivers are horrendous.
Oh yeah, no, now that Devonta Adams is in there, you really can see just how bad they are. Like
There was like 5 plays where literally you would hear Aaron Rodgers pre-snap cursing players out. There was one play where the tight end went in motion. He just sat there and went, "Get your fucking ass back there!"
Didn't the center also didn't snap it in time, and he said, "Just snap me the fucking ball" or something like that.
Yeah, on a quick their offense. Like, don't get me wrong, their defense is okay, but at the same time, the Patriots can't score, dude, and the fact that they're moving the ball on you is quite alarming.
You know what, Rob? You talked me out of it. I'm switching. I'm going Giants.
I love everything the Giants are doing. I mean, I don't know if you know this guy. Saquon Barkley has the most carries in NFL. I mean, yeah, they aren't the best, but
I thought he wasn't he leading the league, or was that like 2 weeks ago?
he might be here. Let me look it up. But I mean, last week he had 30 carries. Like, he has 84 carries this year through 4 games, and he's got 463 yards. Like, they're
Jesus.
smart. They sit there and they play ball control offense, and then they just kind of let their best player have the damn ball.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, Saquon has 3 more carries than Nick Chubb, and he's got 4 more yards than Nick Chubb.
That is not
The next
surprising.
closest person is 100 yards away.
That's ridiculous. Oh, so the fact that Chubb is only 3 carries and 4 yards behind with a better line than the Giants as well says a lot about Barkley. Yeah, no, you changed me. I'm going to go Giants.
I'm gonna go Giants, and a lot of it again, I think in these travel games and things like that. The run game travels.
Mm-hmm.
We all know that run game and defense travels, and I think that's 2 areas where the Giants are good: is their run game and their ability to play defense. So I think the Giants are for real this year.
They're on a nice little roll. They're kind of surprising a lot of people, which is nice to see. Because we all were kind of not sure how Dable and Wink were gonna do, but seems like things are going all right. Now we go to the first of the 1 o'clock games. We go Steelers at Bills, and why is it the Bills?
I like what the Steelers did by going to Pickett to try and create a spark. I do think they did Trubisky a little bit of a disservice because why are they waiting for freaking Pickett to come in to open up the playbook and everything like that? Like,
Yep.
they should have from the get go. But I like the move. I think it's about time, and I with all that said, it's still the Bills, and it's still the Bills by a lot. But I do like.
I don't know how I feel about that aspect of it because, like you said, it did feel like the playbook changed as soon as he went in, which kind of does feel a little shitty to do that to Mitch, right? Now, this also being said, yeah, he scored 2 rushing touchdowns that Mitch probably also could have scored because Mitch can run the ball, right? 3 interceptions against that team versus now going up against the Bills. I feel like they're just setting Pickett up for failure at this point because it's like you're sending him into Buffalo as his first start. If he is starting this week.
Two out of his 3 interceptions, like one was a Hail Mary.
Yeah.
The other was a ball that Chase Claypool should have gone up and got. And then the other was a ball that his tight end should have gone up and got. Like, I'm okay with 2 of his picks because he's being an NFL quarterback. He's throwing the ball to his better players and saying, go make a play.
Exactly.
And they just didn't make the play. So, like,
that's fair.
That's the thing that I've always hated about people like Trubisky is they're just check down artists.
Okay.
Like, ooh, cool, here's a 3-yard check down. No, it's the NFL, dude. No one's ever truly open. Give them the goddamn ball and let's watch them make a play. That's the NFL. So, like, the fact that he's actually throwing it and trying to let them make a play, I like that. And now, he's gonna throw a lot of interceptions doing that because I don't think the Steelers receivers are very good. But that's how you make plays as an offense.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at when the Bills finally got good. It's because Josh Allen came in and he pushes the ball down the field and lets his receivers make plays.
Mm-hmm. They got Diggs, which opened up the playbook, allowing him to open up his arm, and just, speaking of opening up the arms, we got Chargers at Browns.
Yeah, dude. The Browns, until Watson's back, the Browns are a 500 team. So
Fedge is going Chargers.
Yeah, I mean, the Chargers looked a lot better last week, so I'm gonna go the Chargers too. The Browns should be really good, and they should win a lot of games. There's a reason every single game they play is close. It's because Jacoby Brissett isn't a good quarterback.
Yes.
But, which is a shame, but it's the truth.
Fair. Texans at Jaguars. Fedge finally has seen the light. He's going Jaguars. As am I.
The NFL this year, this is what I've noticed, is all the bad teams have caught up to the mediocre. Like, like I make fun of the Falcons all the time that they're a bad team. I don't think this year there are any bad teams except for Seattle. I think Seattle
Oh,
sucks.
I thought you were gonna say
But,
Chicago, but
no, but like with that said, there's no bad teams, but all those last year bad teams are now mediocre teams, and there's a lot of mediocre teams and not many good or great teams.
it feels like the teams that were really bad last year got tremendously better in this offseason, whereas the teams that were mediocre last year have just stayed mediocre.
Yes, I agree with that 100%.
And I love to see it. Right.
With all that said, I am taking the Jaguars as well.
All right, now we go to
we were picking. I don't even remember which game we were picking.
Texans Jags.
Yeah, the Texans. They suck.
Yeah, no. Moving on now to the worst team in the NFL, Bears and Vikings.
I do think this is going to be a closer game than expected, but I don't see the Bears. They can't throw the ball.
Yeah, no.
They can't throw the ball.
I said this during the pre-draft stuff that we did involving Justin Fields. I said it for fucking 2 seasons now. The best quarterback to come out of Ohio State was a wide receiver in the NFL. In Terrell Pryor. That's the best quarterback that's come out of Ohio State since Troy Smith. This whole thing about them having always good quarterbacks or, oh, look at this guy. No, they fucking suck. Fields sucks. He's not good at the game. He can't throw the fucking ball. All he can do is run.
Well, the QB that's coming out this year is very good.
Nope. History.
They've also changed what they do as an offense, so.
Yeah. But yeah, no, the Vikings are gonna fucking... It's in Minnesota as well. It shouldn't even be a fucking conversation, really. Lions of Patriots, though. Fedge is going Lions.
I want to pick the Lions so badly, especially with all the who knows who the fuck's playing quarterback.
Exactly.
But
I am going Lions, by the way, just so you know.
It's just the Lions. God, they just have no fucking idea how to win games. It's unbelievable. If their defense was just bad, they'd be 3-1 right now.
Well, it's wild, right? Because like I just said, the bad teams got tremendously better. The Lions have gone an unreal amount of better, but now they don't know how to play, though, it seems like.
Their offense has gotten a lot better. Their defense is exactly the same. It's bad.
I would say that their defense is bad, but I do think it's better. I just think it still is just kind of, it's in that phase of, like, we don't know what we are. Right? Because, like, when that D-line is when their D-lines are going, that's a fucking good defense.
Yeah.
The problem is, though, is that
I'm gonna pick the Lions, but I won't be surprised if they lose to the Patriots.
Fair.
Because the Patriots are it's a must-win for them. If they lose, their season's over.
Yep, I can see that. I can see that. Seahawks at Saints. Fedge is going with the Saints.
I am too, just because again the Seahawks suck, but the Saints are horrendous.
You know, I'm gonna go Seahawks. I don't like what I'm seeing out of New Orleans. New Orleans shouldn't be this bad. With what they have, they shouldn't be doing what they're doing. And Seattle doing what they are doing is ridiculous.
That is true.
So, I'm going to go with Seattle because this is a game that they shouldn't win. Dolphins at Jets. Fedge is going Dolphins. I'm going lock of the week.
I'm actually going with the Jets as well.
Ow!
Because I don't think Teddy Bridgewater is a good quarterback.
No. You mean the guy that can throw 5 yards, but after a couple of them he hurts his arm? That guy? Yeah. Did you see him go to his like one of the high school games or go to like his old high school game and call a couple plays and they lost because of it or whatever? Like he's just drawing up NFL plays on the sidelines and like we're running this. Did you see that shit?
No.
Yeah, he apparently went back to like his high school for like one of the game days and like he literally was like drawing up NFL plays on a play on like a fucking whiteboard and telling the offense we're gonna run this and then they were running the plays and they lost.
Oh, that's
with Bridgewater, I feel like the Jets have some momentum moving forward, and yeah, Bridgewater, I've never liked Bridgewater, so and it completely changes that offense. I feel like,
and honestly, I think the Jets have looked decent. Like they've looked like an organized team. So if that's how they're gonna look, then why the hell not?
right? Jets Papa Joe. Falcons at Buccaneers. Fedge's lock of the week. Buccaneers.
I'm gonna go with the Buccaneers too, but I've been impressed by the Falcons so far. Their offense is real.
So here's my thing. I'm going Bucks as well, and I agree. I have been impressed with the Falcons. However, now that the boy has been put on IR, right? Is Cordell Patterson.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Now that he's on IR,
he was like their whole offense.
Exactly. I want to see what this looks like now because he's the only reason why they've been able to do anything for the last 2 seasons, in my opinion. Which is crazy to think about. But yes, I'm intrigued to see what it looks like. But yeah, I'm going Bucks. I think the Bucks are in a very similar, not a very similar situation, but nonetheless a similar situation to the Patriots, where they're kind of in like must-win territory right now. Like this is in like no man's land sort of area for them.
I agree.
Titans at Commanders.
Ew, what a shitty game. I'm gonna go with the Titans because again, the Commanders they're so bad, so bad.
Titans across the board, and like I said, I'm sticking to my guns. The very first week that I find out, and I'll even let you guys decide if I can do this. If I don't pick the Commanders, and then we find out the fucking Sam Howell is starting, I want to change my pick to the Commanders immediately.
Nope.
That's no matter what though.
You need to do your research.
As soon as Sam Howell is announced the starter, I'm starting to pick Commanders.
All right, that works.
So, and now moving on to the 4:00 games. Kind of interesting games, actually, these three are. They're all NFC games. 49ers at Panthers.
The Panthers are terrible, and I love what the 49ers did on Monday Night Football. Their defense was flying around. Flying.
Did you know that Baker Mayfield has the lowest, I think it's QBR with like a 15 right now out of all starting quarterbacks?
Yeah, they're terrible, dude. They're horrendous.
I'm going Niners, and I think that this is I think that Jimmy G right now is in kind of not revenge mode, but kind of like I'm gonna fucking prove to you guys mode sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this is where like we saw it last week, like week 1, motherfucker stepped out of the end zone doing his fucking steps, like whatever. Like, he didn't run out of the end zone like what's his name there did, Orlovsky, right? He's getting back into it. Last week we saw him getting back into it. We're just going to keep seeing it now. Panthers, I think, can be good. They just... I don't know what it is with what they need. They need something, though.
Yeah, they do need something.
I just don't know what it is, because we all thought Baker was the thing that they needed.
I don't think when Darnold comes back, they're going to start him.
I mean, you kind of have to at this point, right? Like, you're not winning. You got to do something. Even if they're saying that, like, at practice, Baker is tremendously better, you still got to do something because you're not winning.
No, you are not.
So, Eagles at Cardinals.
Although I thought the Eagles came back to earth a little bit last week. I do like the Eagles. Again, I don't trust the Cardinals to be good teams yet, so I'm going Eagles.
Eagles across the board. Fitch picked Eagles as well. I agree. I think the Eagles' offense is leaps and bounds better than whatever the fuck the Cardinals have as a defense. Because I genuinely don't know what it is their defense does. So, Cowboys at Rams.
This is my lock of the week.
Okay, Fedge is going Cowboys.
Yeah, my lock of the week is the Cowboys.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna go Rams in this game.
Dude, the Rams look terrible. Like they look like a disorganized, uninterested team. And in all honesty, I will stick to my guns. Kellen Moore is a bad quarterback offensive coordinator because as soon as they went to a bad quarterback,
Yes,
he's able to manage games. He's able to get them in a position where they can sit there, hand the ball off. Like when it comes to them having a average quarterback in there, he is really good at getting that thing rolling the way it's supposed to. And Cooper Rush I think he's a decent ball control quarterback.
I would argue that he's in the upper echelon of backups.
Yeah, 100%.
Right.
I would too.
I'd put him along the lines of like with Huntley, with Mitch right now. You know, like those guys. I'd put him there. Where it's like you need him to play a game. Okay, yeah, he can come in and do some stuff, right?
Yeah, I'm with you.
I'm just gonna go Rams. I think that the Rams, like yet again, I feel like it's weird saying this in Week 5, especially. But I feel like there's a lot of teams right now that are in like oh fuck mode, and I feel like the Rams are treading that line.
I'm telling you, if the Cowboys keep winning, they should seriously have a conversation about moving on from Dak Prescott. Not because I think that the other guy's the answer, but because when he's there, they don't have the same success.
Yeah, it's like I said. I think this would be a very interesting like case study. Really, now that you're saying that, to see because it's very intriguing seeing just how drastically different the offense looks with Kellen Moore calling plays for quote unquote an elite quarterback, right?
Yeah.
Versus a backup.
They keep much more simple. They go heavy tight ends like.
I kind of want to see what would it look like if they did this with Dak.
They probably win, but they treat Dak like he's a superstar, and that they have to throw the ball 50 times a game to win, and they lose.
All right, Sunday Night Football. Bengals at Ravens. Fedge is going Ravens.
Bengals.
You going Bengals?
Yeah, coming off a bye week, dude. Of course I am.
I'm going Ravens.
The Bengals defense is real. They can figure it out on offense. They're going to be just fine.
I think, mind you, of course, this isn't the same defense that we're used to, and I'm still kind of getting used to figuring out what the fuck Mike McDaniel's doing right now. Is it Mike McDaniel? Is that the defense coordinator?
I have no idea.
Mike McDonald. McDaniel is the Miami. It's McDonald, I think. But still, I'm still trying to figure out exactly what our defense is supposed to be fucking doing, and I think he is too. But this is the last year Burrows never saw Humphreys or Peters. And he torched our defense. So I think it's going to be drastically different this game, especially with their quote-unquote improved offensive line not being improved.
No, they're improved. It's Burrow's an idiot.
That's fair. I think that this is the first time Burrows is going to see the Ravens' true backfield. Secondary backfield. And I think the Ravens' offense versus the defense, I think that will be a fun matchup to watch, genuinely. Because the Bengals do have a fun defense to watch.
Yeah.
Final game, Raiders at Chiefs. Fedge is going Chefs.
I'm going with the Raiders.
I'm going to join Fed once again, and I'm going to go Chiefs. I just don't trust anything that Vegas is doing.
Raiders looked a lot better last week, and Josh McDaniels always puts up close to 30 points against the Chiefs. So I think that's an area where they're going to be able to score points, and it's just going to come down to can they stop the Chiefs, which I don't know if they can, but I also catch up to you guys in these picks, so I need to be different.
Fair. I think the Chiefs. We talked about this earlier on in the season and everything, right? Like, how are they going to look without Tyreek Hill? Right? They have to be more balanced. They have to be more this. Mahomes has to be this. Instead, what they're doing is just more stupid shit, and it's working.
Yeah, but they don't throw the ball deep anymore.
They don't. But they don't need to because they're doing all this other bullshit that you just suddenly fucking...
Yeah. It's the greatest smoke and mirrors offense the NFL's ever seen.
Exactly. So I think that with the Raiders being as poor as they have looked, yes, they did look better last week, but still, I'm just gonna go with. It hurts to say it, but the better team because I don't really like the Chiefs. So, but there's our picks for the week. Let us know what your guys' picks are down in the comments down below. Rob, you got anything else to say?
No. Hopefully it's good games.
There we go.
Jets, Jets.
As always, men and we are more than afternoon, even nice. Don't trouble, stay safe. We'll talk to y'all later. Bye.